Hi, welcome to Verily News Recap, where we bring you top headlines in just a few minutes. I am Rufus. Now to today's top headlines. Opposition voices continue to challenge the current administration as former Vice President Atiku Abubakar criticized Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government, arguing that after more than 2 years in office, the administration has failed to demonstrate adequate capacity to address Nigeria's escalating hunger and poverty crisis. Political realignments are underway ahead of the 2027 elections, with former Labour Party governorship candidate for Lagos State, Gbadebo Rhodes-Vivour, announcing his move to the African Democratic Congress (ADC). Rhodes-Vivour described the transition as part of a broader coalition strategy aimed at challenging the ruling All Progressive Congress dominance. On the healthcare front, medical services in the Federal Capital Territory face disruption as doctors under the Association of Resident Doctors in the Federal Capital Territory Administration launched an indefinite strike following the conclusion of their 7-day running action. Security concerns persist across the country, with armed groups conducting weekend attacks that resulted in multiple abductions across Zamfara and Kogi states during the early hours of Sunday. In legal matters, the Department of State Services brought a 5-count charge against African Action Congress presidential candidate Sowore at the Federal High Court in Abuja, stemming from a social media post concerning President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. On a brighter note, Nigeria celebrated international recognition as Chef Hilda Baci received official confirmation from Guinness World Records for creating the world's largest pot of Nigerian-style jollof rice, with the verification coming just days after our achievement. Also making headlines, U.S. judicial proceedings saw an appeals court reject President Donald Trump's attempt to remove Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook from her position, allowing her to remain ahead of this week's crucial policy meeting. In tech news, China announced on Monday that its investigation found U.S. chip manufacturer Nvidia in breach of the country's antitrust laws, with authorities indicating plans for additional scrutiny. On the front of the Middle Eastern conflict escalated as Israel conducted intensive bombing operations in Gaza City on Tuesday, following a visit from U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who expressed strong backing for Israel's campaign against Hamas. Finally, in sport, Nigeria's Amusan brought pride to the nation by claiming silver in the women's 100-meter hurdles at the World Athletics Championship in Tokyo, recording an impressive time of 12.29 seconds in a closely fought final. For details on these stories and more, visit verilynews.com. Join us on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays for more updates on stories that matter. I am Rufus. Until the next time.